You know how at holiday time there is often a lot of foods that are sweets and high fat food, and you might think in advance, how am I going to get through this season? Well, I am going to share 10 tips today that are going to help you feel empowered, prepared, ready, and resourced. Because this season should not be a period of time where you feel less prepared and vulnerable. I always tell my clients we're going to prepare you in advance so that you can enjoy the season and feel prepared to be successful and stay on track. The problem with most diets and most weight loss programs is they expect you to starve and obsessively limit calories and restrict your diet to those narrow categories of foods. And it's unrealistic during the regular year, and during holiday season, it's even more unrealistic. Are you supposed to sit and watch everybody else eat the good food and you just sit and starve? That's not realistic, it's not practical, it's not respectful, it's not compassionate. And again, it's not realistic, which is the most important thing, because most people who sit and watch people eating all this good stuff are going to want to share in something that's normal and natural. And the question is how to do it so that you don't sabotage your weight loss progress and efforts. Again, I'm going to share 10 tips for you today. Now, at holiday time, we know there are lots of parties, family gatherings, and we know at those parties there are often foods that are high fat, high sugar, and high calorie foods. And again, these are the types of food that are not consistent with weight loss plans. But we want to enjoy holidays, and I don't think my clients should suffer and should be expected to sit there and watch everybody else eat, and you're supposed to eat and have fun but not participate. How is it that you can participate and not ruin your plan, fall off track? Well, the first suggestion, and I said I'm going to talk about 10 tips to navigate the holiday season without gaining weight and while staying on track. The first is to plan in advance what you're going to do, how you're going to get through these parties. Because when you don't plan, if you get there and you see all the food and you see everybody taking it, what often happens is you can sit for a while and say, I'm not going to have it. And then most people decide, well, I'm going to have a little bit. Oh, I'm going to cheat just a little bit. And often it ends up being a big cheat because you haven't planned in advance what you're going to do. So we're going to talk about a lot of plans today. But an important preparation, and this is going to be my second tip, is don't show up starved to these programs or these parties so that you're starved and you're going to take all this high fat, high sugar, high calorie food and just fill yourself up on it. I recommend to my clients, and they tell me that this really helps, is to have a healthy snack before you go to any of these parties or programs. Not a whole meal, but a healthy snack, so this way you're not starved and you're not going and just filling your plate with lots and lots of stuff because you're starved. A healthy snack beforehand would be some kind of protein, maybe with a healthy fat. So maybe some chicken or some other healthy snacks that we've spoken about that would work. That will help you feel a little bit filled up, not totally filled. You want to leave some room, but you don't want to show up starved, because if you're starved, it's almost like you're on a sugar craving and you're just going to run and you're going to feel like, I need this, I need that. Again, a light snack. Don't show up starved. And the next thing I want to suggest, which is going to be number 3, we have number 1, plan in advance, which we're doing. 2, don't show up starved, have a healthy snack. And 3 is stay well hydrated. This is going to be for a few reasons that I'm going to explain. But about half an hour before the party, I would have at least a glass of water. It can be some flavored water with maybe some lemon or citrus or an herbal tea. One of the reasons is that often when we feel hungry, it's because we're dehydrated. Dehydration and hunger often feel the same. And so you don't want to overeat because you're dehydrated. Make sure you have enough water in your body. Another reason is that when you're dehydrated, it shuts down the calorie burning system. You're not burning calories. That is not good for a weight loss plan. When you are well hydrated, it supports the health of the body and the processes in the body, and it helps the calorie burning system stay on so that if you take in food, it's not going to be automatically stored as fat. It will help you burn those calories. Well hydration is supportive of health. Moving on to number 4, my next suggestion is when you do decide to take food, don't take what I call globs of food. And I use Thanksgiving as a suggestion for this, even though I know we are often talking about Christmas and New Year's and other holidays. But when I talk about don't take globs of food, I really like to suggest this example. If you are at a buffet for Thanksgiving, and we often see stuffing, just as an example, and people will take a big ladle or a huge spoon and put globs of stuffing on their plate. And I say, don't take globs of these foods. We really don't need globs. What you really want to do is taste it and enjoy it. And you don't have to have a whole huge portion to enjoy it. What I discuss with my clients is to take what I call tastings. So instead of taking a whole glob, a whole mess of stuffing, take a spoonful. If you see a dessert, a piece of pie or cake, instead of taking a whole piece of cake, take a spoonful, take a piece. You can enjoy the taste, enjoy the flavor, and not take into your body all of the calories, all of the fat, all of the excess that you don't want, but you can still enjoy the flavor. And if there are 3 desserts that you like, instead of having 3 whole pieces of cake, which would be a tremendous amount of calories, if you take a tasting, a spoonful, a small portion of each, you can enjoy the flavor of each of them. You can experience them. You can know in your mind that you've had them. You didn't have to sit back and suffer and watch everybody eat it. You got to taste them, to experience them, to enjoy them, even a few of them, without the excess calories of globs, of whole portions. So think about what I call tastings, or small spoonsful, small amounts, as opposed to huge portions. The next suggestion I have is if you're going to a party, if you can speak to the person who's running the party, offer to bring some healthy options, an acceptable dish, something that you would enjoy, a salad or a vegetable or a healthy protein, so that you'll have choices at the table that are comfortable for you, that you're happy to eat, and you don't feel you're ruining your weight loss plan, so that you don't have to sit and watch everybody eat. And you can bring enough for people to share as well, because they're going to want to enjoy your food too. The next of the 10 navigation suggestions is, remember, we talk about being accountable for things that you eat, but especially around holiday time, there are a lot of high-calorie drinks, eggnog and alcohol. They have a lot of calories, a lot of fat, a lot of sugars. So really be conscious of what you drink as well as what you eat. And if you're drinking, try to keep it to simple water or small tastes, small tastings of what you'd like to drink, rather than huge glomps of these drinks. Be careful of alcohol. Alcohol can have a lot of calories and a lot of sugar. The next suggestion is be mindful while you're eating. Be aware and keep aware of what you're eating, and keep asking yourself each time you encounter something, do I want to eat this? How much of this do I want to eat? Can I be satisfied with the tasting of this? 3 questions. So do I want to eat this? How much of this do I want to eat? And can I be satisfied with the tasting? Can I taste the flavor, the taste of it without overdoing it, without even eating a whole huge glomp, a whole portion? The next suggestion, and this is a really important one, is don't eat on autopilot. We very often fill up our plate, and then we're sitting and talking to people around us and just shoveling food in our mouth, not even keeping track of what we're eating. So you're not even enjoying the food as much. You're just eating while you're talking. Don't eat on autopilot. I want you to enjoy every spoonful, every forkful that you take in. Reward yourself and enjoy what it is you are agreeing to eat, so that it's not on autopilot and it gets to the end of the night and you think, what did I eat? Did I enjoy it? Was it good? Was it worth it? I want you to really enjoy the food that you do choose to eat. And I want to make a point that food does give us pleasure, and we are allowed to feel that way. Deciding to lose weight, to be on a weight loss plan, shouldn't mean that you should not enjoy your food, that you should only eat food that tastes like cardboard, that you should restrict your diet to narrow categories of food that you don't enjoy, and that you should not have access to food that is enjoyable to you. Food does give us pleasure, and for those weight loss experts who deny that to you, I think that's disrespectful. I think it's not realistic, and I think that enjoying food is something we should continue to be able to do. I think that I help my clients make better choices about finding foods that they enjoy that are healthier, and that if there are foods, especially around holiday time, that are tempting and you like to taste, to take small portions, to be aware and conservative in what it is you eat, so that you don't feel like you're suffering. That is never compassionate, and I really feel that it's not realistic. It doesn't lead to long-term success. Eventually, people say, you know what, I like this, I'm going to eat it. And when they don't have a plan to take small portions, they take glumps and eat whole portions and cheat and go off path. So I think, again, to go prepared, to have strategies, to have a plan to take small tastings is really helpful and responsible, and helps you stay on your pathway. Another recommendation around holiday season is remember your why for weight loss. Why do you want to lose weight? Do you want to improve your health? Do you want to wear a special dress or a special outfit to a wedding or a special event? Do you want to wear other fashions and stop wearing clothing that hangs on you and wear outfits and fashions that you really love and be able to show a skinny waist and wear things that you couldn't wear now but that you want to fit into again? Do you want to look into the mirror and look at that reflection and say, I love the way I look because I was able to stay on track, and one of the things I was able to do was handle the challenges at holiday time. And number 10 is this is often an important time to reach out for support for staying on track, for first staying on track, or for many people, identifying a track that is practical and realistic and respectful for you. Not one of these crazy fad plans that tell you you should starve or obsessively count calories and limit it so you're hungry or you're not satisfied, or you should limit yourself to food that you don't enjoy, to narrow categories that you can't live on forever. What happens is people often go on diets with the goal of losing weight and thinking that a diet is a temporary plan to lose those pounds. And when you lose the pounds because you've starved yourself or you've counted calories or you stayed within a narrow range of a fad diet, and you might lose some weight or even all the weight, when you go back to your normal pattern of eating, people regain the weight. And that's why most diet plans keep people in that yo-yo diet cycle. But when you get a plan that's respectful of you, that's practical and realistic, that helps you get through challenges like holiday time, like stresses and challenges in life, so that you don't take it out on food, that you have better ways of handling challenges in life, that you have a diet plan that helps get rid of your obstacles and root causes that keep you stuck holding weight. That's what creates permanent weight loss. Not these crazy, fad, extreme, restrictive diets. So, again, if you want some recommendations, some support, either in picking up a weight loss plan that will help you, or getting through the holiday season without falling off track, or any other questions related to healthy weight loss, I am happy to meet with a limited number of people in our group. I will put my calendar in the comments section so that if I do have appointments available, I would be happy to meet with you and talk about some suggestions. I can either give you some quick suggestions, some helpful suggestions that you can take with you. I can give you some basic support or more involved support depending on what you'd like, what your needs are. If this is your first time joining me, I'm Dr. Ellen Ettinger, and I love to help people go from where they are to build a plan to bring them to healthy and permanent weight loss. And healthy is an important part, because when you do the unhealthy games and gimmicks like the starving and the crazy limited restricted diets, those don't support health, and they're not long-term, they're not permanent. They're usually temporary because people don't live on those fad, crazy, extreme diets forever. What I help people do is find a program that helps you get rid of your obstacles, the root causes that keep you in slow metabolism, that keep you in fat burning mode as opposed to that keep you in fat storing mode as opposed to fat burning mode, which is where we want you to be. And I help people get diets that speed up your metabolism and move you from fat storing to fat burning mode. And these suggestions, these 10 recommendations that I've given you to help you navigate the holiday season will help keep you on track, and keep you on track without suffering, without starving, by eating healthy foods, but getting rid of the obstacles and the root causes that keep you stuck and keep you in slow metabolism. Let's get your metabolism burning fast so that you can burn those calories and your body learns to burn calories like it didn't previously, so that you can learn to stay skinny and slim and healthy forever. Let's get this done permanently. I can't wait to speak to some of you, to give you some recommendations and suggestions and send you forward with permanent weight loss. Let's get this done for you. Let's talk soon.